Da, 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 da. Hey, how you guys doing, man? It's Joe D, and welcome to Friday Share Beer for uh 11/03/2017, and it's which is November 3rd for those that are across the pond. But today is iPhone Day. Yay! It is. I think it's one of our like first international holidays, right? Like
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
this is observed by everybody worldwide. This is the
Mm-hmm.
official international iPhone Day, and
Yeah.
as usual, people like our friend Zach are ahead of us on the initial launch of the iPhone Day. So
Mm-hmm.
hell, his iPhone Day is already almost over.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Zach, Zach in Colorado, Chain Reaction Zach has a new addition to the family. So congrats, Zach. His
Oh,
baby daughter was born last night, I think.
oh, on
Alert on Facebook. So
on iPhone Day Eve.
yeah, there you go.
That'll make him happy.
So they named.
Yeah.
I heard they named her Siri.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be a perfect name.
So cheers,
Dilly
Zach.
dilly, yeah, like Bum says, dilly
Dilly
dilly.
dilly, dilly dilly.
Yes, dilly dilly. They should have named her Dilly.
Dilly.
That'd be that'd have been hilarious, wouldn't it? Or did they name her Seven?
No, X. They named her X.
Yeah, X. Yes. I wonder how many babies born today will be named X or 10
There's
Yeah, I
someone
don't
out there.
know.
You know that.
or Siri, right? Because it's a release day.
Yeah,
You know.
I was watching. I caught up on all. Have you guys watched Stranger Things? Have you seen that, Joe?
I'm hearing about it. I haven't had enough people nudge me to watch it yet, though.
Okay. Yeah, I watched a few, and I binge watched it last night because Pam doesn't like it. And she was gone, so I just watched like the last. But the girl with the superpowers is 11, so her name is L or 11. So it's
Oh.
yeah, but it's
Do you
kind of
like it so far, or?
yeah. I was a little. I didn't know what to make of it the first couple episodes, but I watched all the way through, and it's a pretty good story, and it's kind of retro. It takes place in the mid '80s, so you get all that '80s type of stuff. Kind of throwback history kind of thing, and it's kind of a spooky story, supernatural type thing, and so yeah, the second season came out last week, so I'm going to start watching season 2. Hopefully this weekend.
Hey, look who we got in there! Our friend from across the pond, man, over there, John Nesbitt, man. Dilly dilly!
Dilly.
His first Friday
Jesus.
night off for him in ages, he says. Drinking
Yeah.
what is that? The Perline Bacher pills? It's cheap and cheerful. Oh, where he says, where can I buy the Belching Beaver Mexican peanut butter chocolate stout?
I want to try that so bad.
Here in Idaho. Idaho? No. Right?
Idaho.
I wouldn't really know, man. All I know is I get it at Total Wine and a few other beer stores, here in my area happen to carry. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't know.
Belching Beaver, are they a local brewery there, Joe? Belching Beaver?
Are they out of Idaho?
I don't know.
I'll look them up.
I thought they were out of California.
Okay.
I may be wrong.
Are they that brewery that they? You know what? Are they that brewery that are like out of Idaho? Let me see. They're out of California, San Diego. Yeah,
San Diego. Okay.
But I think, are they the one that have like they're out of San Diego and then Idaho too? Like a weird, like.
Yeah, that could be.
Let me see. Here we go. We've got Tavern, Oceanside, Ocean Beach, North Park, Vista. That's all I show. I don't show locations. Let me see. Locations. San Diego. Yeah, Ocean Beach, Vista Brewery, which is Vista, California. Tavern, which is Tavern and Grill, which is also Vista, California, and Oceanside, California. Yeah, it's all Cali, man. I wish I could help you on that. I don't know. Is there a Total Wine in Idaho? I mean, just wherever your really good beer store is, that would be where you would be able to find it. Wherever they sell Belching Beaver, I would just call around. It is a fantastic. You will not be sorry you had that beer. Let me tell you. I bought it again, and they do have it canned. So I'm pretty sure they had it. Oof, I'm telling you, they have it canned. And watch me be a liar. I'm almost maybe not. You know what? Maybe not the Mexican chocolate. Maybe it was the other. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I did have that wrong. It's the they have their here's their beers for 2017, and here's their regular peanut butter stout, their regular peanut butter milk stout. You can see here in a can. The Mexican chocolate peanut butter stout is just on tap and in the bomber. So
that must be amazing on tap.
Oh, it must be.
I'd imagine.
It must be. Have you had it, Tom?
No, I want it though. It sounds delicious.
Oh my
really, really good.
Oh, you haven't had it either, Mark?
No, I haven't seen any Belching Beaver anywhere.
Oh man,
I'll take another look at Total Wine, but I looked for it a couple months ago and didn't see it. So.
Oh, I like this one. Is it Miso Honey? Miso Honey. That's excellent.
Is that a honey stout or something?
Yeah, honey blonde.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Honey blonde. That makes sense.
But I am becoming a huge fan of this brewery, man. They just here's a peanut butter latte.
Ooh.
That's a seasonal release. What is that? February through March. A peanut butter latte. Peanut butter and jelly blonde. So I must have just missed that one in September.
So you get most of their beers then? You get almost all of their beers, Joe?
Yeah. Ooh, they have a horchata imperial stout, and that's out right now, November through December. So that's got to be releasing really quick.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll be looking for that one. A horchata. I love horchata. My mom's in the chat. Dilly. Dilly,
Mom. Dilly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's but that one's I'll be looking for that one. I bet you that one's really. I'm becoming a huge fan of Belching Beaver as a brewery, just in general, man. They're fantastic. And then the other one too, the one that makes Syntax. Oh my God, how did I forget their name?
A Belgian Beaver is what, only like 2 years old? They can't be that old.
Is that not Lagunitas, is it? No.
No, it's not Lagunitas. It's oh my God.
Stone?
No, it's not Stone.
Okay. No, I won't keep guessing. I've only got like 3,798 more to guess with.
Right. Let me see. Is
it Mother Earth?
Yes. Mother Earth, yep.
Mother Earth Brewing. Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, we get that. I think we do get Mother Earth. I'll have to look for that one.
Yes.
Yeah, Syntax. I don't think I have that one.
That one is canned too. So if you can find that one, that's the one that I say like. They're both fantastic. If you have those peanut butter stout, they're both. Trust me, they're both fantastic. Yeah. It's just that the Belching Beaver, especially the Mexican peanut butter, it's just that it's sweeter. You know what I'm saying? The other one's not quite as sweet, but it's still I've crushed that beer already. I think I've bought a couple of bombers of the Syntax and a 6-pack of the Syntax.
Okay.
They're both. You're not going to go wrong either way. It's just a preference as to it's like if you're going to use dill or sweet relish on your hot dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's that sort of thing. It's like, I won't say it's a Chevy or Ford because really you should just buy a Chevy. What the hell's wrong with you?
Chevy and Ford, there is no choice. It's just Chevy.
It's just Chevy. What the
There is no
hell's
Chevy
wrong?
Ford. It's just Chevy.
There is no Chevy Ford argument. It's like Canon and Nikon. There's no argument. Just buy the Canon and get it over with.
I think Greg felt differently on that one.
Yeah. For those that are interested, I'll show you really quick. It is just after 10 o'clock my time. This is what I can share with you. Okay, so I can't share the whole screen because it's sensitive, but it is out for delivery, man. That is my iPhone right there. So as you can see, it was in Memphis, and then it's traveling across the country. So it went there to Louisville, and now it's been in Phoenix. So since yesterday, so it's out for delivery. So if and me and Mark were talking about this in the pre-show. Unfortunately for me, I was waiting to see who was going to deliver this thing. FedEx delivers stuff before like 11 to my house.
Mm.
And so I was crossing my fingers that actually for once FedEx would deliver. But UPS delivers typically like late afternoon, early evening to my house. So I'm hoping that maybe since this is such a special big launch that they're out there, possibly delivering this, but well, we'll see if it comes during the show. If it does, we'll be lucky, and I'll be very happy. But I'm already seeing some of the reviews from some of the vloggers that are out there that got theirs a day early or a couple days early, and the reviews are kind of good, not super great. Some people are having issues with the face detection in bright sunlight.
Yeah.
And then some people are saying that that it works really good for them. Some people say it works every single time.
Well, maybe since you've got a really big head, Joe, maybe it'll work better for you since it's got a bigger target.
I'm thinking that's what it is. Yeah, the more of those, I don't know, 130,000 million dots or whatever it is that hit your face, since there's so much face,
there's more surface area.
There's more surface area for all the dots. Now, I don't know how many Verge fans there are on here, how many people check out the Verge, but Nilay Patel, I love watching his reviews on certain things like this big stuff. Some of the other stuff he gets a little too nitpicky on, but big stuff like this, I don't mind. And he said he used just a cheap infrared camera or something like that to actually show the dots hitting his face, and it's cool as hell to see all those dots like all over his upper torso. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
I actually watched the video, and it was they had like 3 sets of identical twins, and they were trying to see if one person can set the lock on their phone with their face and see if the other person can unlock their face. And surprisingly, they could unlock each other's phones.
Oh, they could? Okay.
Yeah, they could, which was surprising. I don't know if it was like, I don't know.
Well, thankfully for me and Joe, we have the Mother Nature was kind enough not to create any other person that looked just like us.
That's right. Well, yeah. Our dear friend across the pond there, John Nesbitt, looks a little bit like me, so it's a little scary. I don't think that his head's quite as big, so maybe.
That is interesting. I mean, identical twins. That would be.
It's really hard.
I would imagine the technology isn't so advanced that it could pick out total, real subtle differences. So identical twins probably could. You could probably hack your identical twin's phone. And
what
get in there.
does trip me out a little bit about it is the with the new OS 11. You unlock your phone even with the fingerprint reader. I still have a fingerprint reader here on this phone, and you still have to click the button to unlock your phone, to open it up, you know, and that drives me nuts. And apparently on the iPhone X, you look at it and it unlocks, and you still have to swipe it up.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what I heard.
All of them are showing that, and some of them don't like it. They're like, God, it just feels like, like it should just open. You know what I'm saying? Like, just you get why they do it, but at the same time,
that's like because it could just like find somebody else random, like walking down if you're walking down the street or something, and somebody comes across and it identifies, then at least that way, you'll get used to it. I'm sure. After a week or so, it'll just be natural, probably.
Now your eyes have to be open, right?
I don't think so, man, because they're showing the phone unlocking with really dark, blacked out sunglasses.
You have a crazy girl, and she just puts the phone next to your face. Boom, unlocked.
Yeah, there you go. Boom. Yeah, that's an issue. Yeah. Keep the phone away from crazy girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be some issues with this, but it's the same issues that I don't see it as any different than the fingerprint reader, really. Like, I mean, his crazy girlfriend wanted one finger in your phone too, right? So,
very true.
I mean, I heard about those crazy girlfriends. That, they're like, no, I want one of my fingers in there too, Chief. You know what I'm saying? And so, I don't know. Maybe she crazy girlfriend gets her face put in there as well. I don't know. I don't know how that'll work, but it's kind of cool. I guess you hold the phone up to set it up, and you kind of move your face around.
Okay, so different angles and stuff.
Yeah, and it picks it up. They said it sets up it really, really, really quick. Everybody, seems to say the same thing. So,
cool.
So do we have Zach in here? I want to hear about the baby, man. Is that Zach or
Zach?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's probably Australian Zach, I bet.
Yeah, it might be Australian Zach.
He's just completing the sale of his phone he bought that he's going to sell for double. So he can buy some more homebrewing supplies.
You kind of got me thinking, man. I mean, like, if I could get enough money for my phone, I might just sell it and wait on another one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is everything's for sale, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just depends on the price. That's right.
It's like, well, I mean, I do have a financial advisor here, so
everything's for sale. Just depends on your priorities.
Yeah. So, hey, Nate says, "What's up, man? How you doing, brother?" So, what are you having to drink, Mark?
I'm having a Sam Adams Boston Lager. I'm just working through that winter 12-pack. So I've had most of them. No, I still have to try the oatmeal stout, I think. I think that's the only one I haven't tried out of the, there's 6 beers, two each of 6 different beers.
Okay.
So I'll probably have that one tonight. But that's pretty good. I mean, there's the Amber Bock and the Old Fezziwig I haven't had the winter lager either, but they're okay. I mean, they're nothing special. The chocolate bock was pretty good.
Yeah, the chocolate bock.
The ones, I haven't tried the winter lager, but like the Amber Bock and the Old Fezziwig were okay. They weren't anything special, but they were definitely drinkable. So I don't consider it a waste of money at all. I was $14 for a 12-pack. So
yeah, that's not bad for 12.
That's a pretty good one. So I think, I think this is going to do it for me this afternoon. But tonight I've got a couple of Imperial Stouts are starting to show up in the stores, holiday beers and that type of thing. And I bought a few this week, so I might have to pop one of those open tonight. It just depends.
Yeah.
I might try that Mexican cake one. Or maybe I'll save that. Maybe I'll save that for Tuesday.
Okay.
That's that one I got from that my buddy, the growler store guy, gave me when I gave him some Three Floyds beer.
Oh, yeah. And you have not had that one yet?
No, I have not. It's a limited release from Westbrook Brewing. They're in Charleston, South Carolina area. So it's supposed to be delicious. So
yeah,
but I might not be able to pull it out till Tuesday. Who knows?
I'm having another one of these Rogue.
Okay.
Pendleton's. Solid pale ale, man. If you've never had it before, this is, I've now had it a couple times, but this was the first time that I have had it. You know what I'm saying? When I bought this 6-pack, pretty good. I mean, it's a nice, solid, sessionable pale ale.
How much was the 6-pack?
Oh, they had it marked down, so it was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was your special beer.
Yeah, it was a $3.49 a 6-pack. So, I mean, I'd have bought all they had, but they only had 2 6-packs. So,
yeah,
that's I had to settle. I mean, what can you do?
You can't even get Natty Ice for that cheap.
Really? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was definitely all over that, and I'm glad I did, because it's a solid. And the store manager that was walking around with me was like, "Yeah, you did good, man. That's what I'm saying." He was just kind of bummed out for me because the way he saw that I was purchasing beer like a madman. He was like, "Man, I wish you'd have been here when we put out the full case of that that other beer that I had bought."
Sounds like someone's trying to join.
Someone trying to call me from Phoenix, actually.
That's funny.
Somebody trying to sell me some real estate, I think, is what they're doing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, some desert. There's plenty of.
Yeah, I got a cactus with your name on it. Cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, we got plenty of sand out here, so yeah, if you're trying to buy a sandbox, that's very possible. And Tom, what do you have, my friend?
Drinking what I drank the other day. Another boring double dry hop Melcher Street.
Oh yeah, man, this
is the worst beer in history.
I mean,
cheap, crappy beer.
Crappy beer.
If it's not over a 4.5, come on, come on, what are you doing here, man? What are you doing? I mean, okay, so let's talk about it real quick before Mark's segment here.
Go Astros.
Oh man, I felt bad. I felt bad, Joe. I feel bad for you. I felt it.
It
was a great series, though. It was a great series.
Okay, I tell it like this. This is how I was telling all the guys at work, right? Or at least the guys that I talk to at work. So it's because I don't see many guys at work with the schedule at work. But in any case, I told them, man, you ever seen one of those really good kick-ass movies, man, and the last 10 minutes just suck? Like, it's kind of like, for some people, like The Sopranos was really good, but the way it ended just killed it. You know what I'm saying? And that's Game 7 of this series. It was a really good series, but Game 7 sucked.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I would say the first six and a quarter games were good. After about the second inning.
Yeah. It really, for me, it just kind of, of course, was super frustrating because, you could see Darvish just wasn't on. I mean, you could see it. It was obvious. And then when he come out for the second, it was like, get him out of there. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could see, man, get the hook out for this guy. What are you, crazy? Mm-hmm. And then he leaves him in there a little too long. You know what I'm saying? They right over the dam, and then there they go. A couple more runs. Here you go. And then, you know what? Maybe we should take him out and put our stud in there. Well, what do you imagine? Yeah. But at the same time, we did leave a lot of guys stranded, and you got to take advantage of those opportunities when you've got them. And what was it, 9 stranded, something like that? I mean, it was
pretty high. Yeah.
So, the Astros, I mean, you got to give it to them. They fought and they fought and they fought and they fought, man. And I thought, what was amazing was that story that came out, and it came out before Game 7. I forget who the reporter was, but it was a Sports Illustrated issue from, when was it, 2005 or something like that, or no, not that far back, 2013, 2012. And like I said, I wish I could remember the writer's name, but he predicted that, because of the talent that the Astros had put on, that they would win the 2017 World Series.
Oh, wow.
And it was on the cover.
Based on how they had on a team and their draft picks.
Hope you bet on that.
And it was on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Wow.
And they showed it. Here's your 2017 World Series champions, Houston Astros.
Like 4 or 5 years ago. Wow.
Yeah. So
well, that just shows you. I mean, baseball it's long term. I mean, because you get guys in, you bring them up through you draft them and you run them through the minors, and that takes 3 or 4 years typically.
Yeah.
Even if they're a superstar, they're going to be in the minors for a couple years at least, even if they are lights out pretty much.
Yeah, because you can have talent, but not necessarily. Well, like the hitters. The hitters need to learn to have control over where they're hitting,
Yeah.
So you can swing with the rest of them, but the thing of it is you need to learn that control and the discipline. A lot of guys, I'm gonna hit every ball. You know what I'm saying? But the thing of it is if you don't know which one to swing at and which one not to, all you're going to be doing is striking out. And strikeouts these days aren't as big as deal as they used to be. But you don't want to have who was it? Ballinger that had 19 strikeouts. Man. Something like that. It was a crazy number in this series that he had. So you don't want to have that many strikeouts. But no, it's definitely the truth, and that's what's great about going to, especially while I was a AAA season ticket holder for a little while, and I actually got to a point where I liked going to AAA games better than majors. Because it's so much more intimate. You get to actually talk to the players, and once they get to know you a little bit, once they see your face a lot and stuff like that, then they'll just come up and start talking to you, man. It is so cool, Hey, let's go have a beer and stuff like that. We're gonna be at Hooters. Let's go, And I'm like, yeah, it's cool, man. So
that must be cool if they go to the majors and then you see them in the majors. You know what I mean?
That's see, that's the unique thing about baseball. You know what I'm saying? And then for the kids especially, because on a minor league level, they go a lot more out for the kids, and
very friendly. Yeah.
So if you're one of those, and it's more affordable, and it's still expensive, but it's still more affordable for a family to go to a AAA or even a AA ball game, or especially single A. I mean, but it happens, man. They'll go from like single A to AA, and then sometimes skip triple and go right to the majors. So, the ones that have that kind of real big talent, I mean, they'll go, from single to double, and then from double just right to the majors, man.
Yeah, spend like maybe a year in single, a year or two in double, and then jump right up. Yeah,
it's sometimes not even that much. I'm trying to think of the cats that played on the Marlins when they won that last World Series, but there was a couple of them that literally, a couple of pitchers that literally just that same season had went, single, double, and then up to the majors.
Yeah. Wow, that's a roller coaster.
Yeah, roller coaster. As a matter of fact, didn't that one cat that died in that boat accident for the Marlins?
Oh, yeah.
He was one of those type of guys, wasn't he? He was like,
he had just come back after being down there for a rehab assignment or something. He got injured the year before, and he spent like most of that next season in AAA.
Yeah, something like that.
Getting back, yeah.
But that's the huge draw to with baseball is that you really on those other levels, they're still pro ball, but on those lower levels, you really can get an intimate feel, and then once that guy ends up going up, a lot of them will stay in touch with you too, man. I wasn't that fortunate, but a lot of them will still stay in touch with you. Mostly because I didn't stay in touch back, but they'll still holler at you. It's pretty cool. So
Yep.
A lot of the good ones don't forget you. You got some real, some guys are a little stuck on themselves too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, I don't sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, after a loss and I stepped first with my right leg or something like that. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, all these weird, bizarre rules that they have, but So what do you got for us today, Mark? What's your
All right. Well, if you listen to the most recent podcast that I put out on Wednesday, I predicted the next stock market drop.
Yes, so he did.
That you've got it, and if you haven't listened to it, you got to listen to it to find out my prediction.
Yes.
So, a little not really inside information, but I do predict. And Joe listened to it, and I'm sure you did hear me actually predict when it was going to happen.
Yes.
So.
I meant to lead with that I meant to throw that softball out to you, and I forgot. But he did actually make that prediction. So
yes, I did. I did make that prediction for what it's worth. And coming up next week is a podcast talking about mistakes not to make when you do open enrollment. We're coming into that season where all the companies are rolling out. It's time to choose your health insurance and all that stuff. So next week's podcast is going to talk about things you want to pay attention to and mistakes you don't want to make when you're coming through open enrollment. Because if you just kind of sleepwalk through it, you could screw yourself. So you want to make sure you are paying attention and doing, paying attention to some things so you make the best decision for you.
Yeah, and another thought, because I literally just missed my open enrollment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to cost me a ton of money until next year's open enrollment.
Oh, okay. You just kind of default to what you had last year?
Yeah. So,
yep.
And that's one of our, more expensive plans. But in any case, if you're like me, you know what I'm saying, and you actually have to walk around the corner and everything to go get your mail because, it's a community mailbox sort of thing. Check it because there might be open enrollment paperwork in there. And if you're one of those guys where like, I ain't checking my mail, I ain't expecting nothing, you know what I'm saying? Well, at least check it every other week or something because I let mine go for over a month, and sure enough.
You guys started early. Most people don't start until mid-November or whatever, but it's something to pay attention to. A lot of companies are doing, if you don't do open enrollment, you don't get anything.
Oh.
So if you don't go through it, they're like, oh, you don't have any benefits. A lot of companies are still doing, if you don't do anything, you just get what you got last year. You kind of like opt in to whatever you have. But some companies, like Pam's companies, in 2 weeks, and it's like, if you don't enroll, you don't get anything.
Ooh.
We're not making any choices for you. So you definitely
want
to. So it works out for the company.
Well, yeah, it works out big time for them. Yeah, not so much for you.
Yeah, but that's the well, that's kind of the way it's heading. Because it's getting it more and more expensive to offer benefits for both the employer and the employee. So you just gotta pay a little, take some time and figure out what's the best mix for you. And it's not necessarily the one with the lowest premium. It might be the one with a higher deductible, because you're not going to, what you do medical wise, prescriptions and doctor visits and that type of thing might make more sense to have a little bit higher premium, and have a little bit lower deductible, that type of thing. So all depends. So so that's what it's going to be about next week. Awesome. Those of you that listen to the podcast this week have my prediction for the next stock market drop. So,
hey, where can they go to subscribe? Where can they go to subscribe, Mark?
iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Financial Clarity Podcast. So just go there, subscribe, share, and comment. Cool. So we're an international podcast. We're in like 5 or 6 countries and like 10 states right now. So I want 50 state coverage. So all you people in all those outlying states, start subscribing.
Hey, we got Freddie in the chat, man, saying, "What's up, guys? How you doing, brother? Good to talk to you." I have to do some backpedaling right now. I got a little situation happening at my house again. It's just like there's always something coming up, right? And I got something kicking my butt, and so I have to get on it. It might affect my eligibility financially to go on this European trip. So I'm waiting to see what the damage is going to be on this. I have a water leak somewhere, so I'm waiting to see where it is, how bad it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? If it's
Yeah.
If it's something that I can fix, then I will damn sure get a shovel and start, digging holes. But
is it your sprinkler system? Is that what you were talking about before?
yeah, and I'm my water bill is just killing me, man. And so
You got to fix somewhere. If your toilet is, it's outside. It's somewhere between the water main and your house, probably.
Yeah, so because I keep watching my my water meter and it's not turning, when there's nothing running. So I've asked a bunch of people already. So I still have to call the city and talk with them and those sorts of things. But and then continue more conversations with my landscaper to get him to come down on his damn price.
You know what you do, Joe? Swindle him with a couple beers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. He's pretty good. I'll give him that. He's pretty good, man. My other guy, I could.
Well, maybe you just need to hook him up with Neri. Neri can send him some stuff from his storage space under his floor.
Yeah, I've already given him beers. I already went there. I've already given him tamales. I went there. Yeah, he's still he's pretty good. I'll give him that, man. He's a businessman. I'll give him that. But he's a challenge. I'll just put it to him that way. You know what I mean? He's a challenge. I'll figure him out. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, these things are kind of fun to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I love to get a good deal. I love to. So. It's just a matter of how long I can afford to hold out because it costs me money in the meantime.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have me another one of these Sleeping Dog Brewery peanut butter stouts, keeping with our peanut butter conversation here. This is from right here in Tempe, Arizona. So this is a local one. I've already had this on here before, but I need to review it officially. But it's a 5.7%, and it's got those. Typical. It's more of a sessionable peanut butter stout, of course, at 5.7. It's not, it's not like the Bouching Beaver, or it's not. I wouldn't call it quite as good as that, but a less expensive, more sessionable peanut butter stout, and it's local, so can't go wrong with that. Hard to get good smoke out of a can. At least I think so.
Yeah.
It's you can give it hell. Now you crack it, and just as I'm pouring it, and you see how close I have it to my face, you can smell that sweetness coming off of it, that chocolatey sweetness, that kind of semi-sweet chocolate smell. Oh, you wish that you could put some of these beers in a one of those plug-ins that you put in the wall, for the fragrance, and just have it.
You got the idea, man. Who needs lavender and rose hips and fresh clover when we can put in peanut butter stout and an East Coast, a New England IPA? A plug it in.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot thinner than the others. It doesn't have that nice kind of more of a medium to heavy body that I kind of like in a milk stout. It's a little thinner, drier, but it's still very good, man. It is. Absolutely. And this one's been out for 40 minutes now, so
okay.
I wonder how those kinds of beers would be like like how root beer float.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You know what? I tell you what, Tom. And my mom, I'm saying this because my mom's in the room. My mom's the one that stuck me with these weird taste buds for certain crap. So you can blame her for the dipping Oreo cookies and beer. That's a total Concilia thing right there, okay? That's a Kunz thing right there. That's her. And that's where my sister would go, you see, you're Kunzi's son. You know what I'm saying? We always tease each other like that. No, I'm not. You're Kunti's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we tease each other.
You're both right.
Yeah, we're both right. Yeah, exactly right. But if you say it to the other one, like they're the one and you're not it, you know what I'm saying? Like you're it. No, you're it. You know what I'm saying? But in any case, sibling stuff. What would go good with this, I would imagine, is a good, nice, big scoop of coffee ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Boom!
Oh.
Put a couple scoops of ice cream.
Did you see Mark's face? See, that kind of describes it right there. It would bring out because a lot of these beers have a subtle coffee note in them.
Mm-hmm.
And it would bring out that coffee note, and then peanut butter with the coffee. Oh.
Yeah.
No charge. Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, that would be a very good pairing.
That was like an ecstasy burp.
Yeah, right. Because I actually had the head tilted back and everything at the same time. But vanilla would go really well with that, I would imagine. I don't know that I would go with like the obvious sort of like a double chocolate scoop of ice cream. I think that would just be too much. But that's just me. Maybe someone else, obviously.
Peanut butter ice cream.
Peanut butter? There's a lot of peanut butter in this beer. I'll tell you right now. There's a lot.
How about salted caramel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom! Salted caramel. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. Especially this one, because this one's more dry. And that salt note, you know what I'm saying? That that would with that in that caramel-y sort of thing going. What about?
See, it doesn't seem like it'd be good until you try one. Like you ever had like Guinness float or like anything like that?
We did a whole show. It's been years, Tom, but it's been years. We literally had, I don't know, Mark, how many ice creams would you say? I know I had sherbet, vanilla ice cream, of course.
We had like 5 or 6. So we ended up with the people that were on. We ended up with like 10 or 15 different variations.
Yeah, we did a whole, like as we said before, like way back in the day. This is going way back, hundreds of shows ago. But every show used to be themed in the beginning. In the beginning, every show used to be themed. So it would be like, okay, show up for next Tuesday share beer, and next Tuesday stouts, let's say. And we would get even more specific than that. We would like narrow it down to, okay, what beer can you get in your area? Let's say Guinness. Okay, so next week's going to be Guinness. And then we would all have Guinness and then try it and tell each other what we thought about that beer. And then that got kind of hard to do because distribution wasn't what it is now. So we had to broaden it out. So we would narrow it down to styles. And then that one time happened to be we were like, let's do beer floats, man. And so we did beer float. We even did non-alcoholic beers. That was it's kind of a toss-up. What's tougher, non-alcoholic or malt liquor? I don't know which one was tougher.
I don't know. I still think malt liquor would be tougher. I don't.
You got to drink the full 40.
Label out.
Yeah, Mark and I even had it out of the brown bag, and we went the whole way with it, man. That was
yeah, it was. Yeah, we don't want to do that one again. Bum can do his cellared Colt 45 double malt next year.
Yeah. I swear to God, just what I said on Tuesday's show. I look at that beer, that DMKL, is that what it's called? Something like that?
Yeah.
DKML.
And I am so glad that he did that sampling, because I look at it now and I'm like, oh, thank God. I think of Bum every time I see it. They still have it on the end cap. Just a couple little, they'll have a couple little 4-packs. And I'm like, yeah, thank God. Oh, yes. I don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Oh.
Yeah.
Now, I was thinking, I mean, you guys have, it'd be kind of hard to do. I mean, I don't know if everybody would do it. But, like, say, like, you did, like, one show, like, everyone traded beers. I trade beer to somebody else. They trade beer back to you. And, like, you try the beers that they traded. You know what I mean? I don't know how that would go.
The best show that we ever did, as far as this sort of thing that we're talking about, the best one was when we had the Share a Beer show. When we did that, it was a something porter. It was I forget the name.
Smoked? Was it a smoked porter? I think it was
something. I forget. Heck, I even forget what it, because it's been a few years since we did that. But
that was about 3 or 4 years ago.
That was a lot of fun because we had, well, of course, Zach didn't even have the brewery then. He didn't even have the brewery then. So Zach brewed, and they all used the same ingredients. So we had Zach brew a batch. We had Greg from Greg's Beer Review. He brewed a batch. We had Skylar in Texas brew a batch. And who was the fourth one? Someone else did.
Was it Barrick?
No, it wasn't Barrick.
Was it AJ?
Maybe it was I thought there was 4, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was 4.
Oh my god!
Well, we had Zach, Greg, Skylar, and I think it was what's his name? I want to say AJ, but that's my cat's name. The guy that was in Pennsylvania that hasn't been on in a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
We had 4 of them. We had 4 home brewers do it, and all use the same ingredients, and then shipped. Anyway, but they all shipped the beers. We all shipped the beers to each other like that, and then we all sampled them on the same day. I think I even called into work that day or something, and it was. We immediately knew that we were like, okay, we're not going to judge any of this off of Zach's beer because it was just like Zach was just and he didn't even have his brewery yet, and it was like, yeah, that beer was just okay. That's different. It was just that much, Zach was well on his way to getting ready to have his brewery, so his stuff was well more refined, but of the home brewer, it was really interesting to see all the different ways that beer turned out with just the same ingredients. That was super fun, because the only differences were water, and I think there was a couple of ingredients where it got really local. Matter of fact, I think it was with Greg. Like his hops were hell. I think he even grew the hops.
He couldn't get one kind of hop or something, so he got something else, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But that was really that was awesome. That was such a great. That was one of my most memorable moments of this.
That was a good one.
That was really a good one. We got Ian Grotman in there. Old English actually comes in plastic bottles now. Yeah, I like to get that kind of feedback back because I have no idea. That is just that's why we have our malt liquor correspondent. Yeah, because we don't know these things. But says
that's good. Plastic bottles are good because if you're doing Edward 40 hands, you could drop one, and if plastic, you're not going to waste it. You can pick it right back up and keep going.
Yeah, if you're on your second 40.
Yeah.
And there's a good chance that you might have picked it right up out of the cooler and it's still dripping ice and everything, and then you drop it. Yeah. And that would be like a malt liquor tragedy, right? They could file charges on you or something.
Get kicked out of the MLBC for
That's what would happen. Yeah, you get kicked out of the organization.
Go to malt liquor hell.
Malt liquor hell. You don't want no part of that. Woo. Says that Peanut Butter Victory at Sea just came out there in Bombers.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, everyone's going peanut butter.
Oh, it is. Yeah, peanut butter is the. Yeah.
And that Victory at Sea base beer is delicious. Just the base beer.
Have you seen? Okay, this maybe it's just a fat guy thing, but at the truck stop, they're selling these huge, giant versions of Reese's peanut butter cups. They're like, I don't know, I think they're 2 pounds or 1 pound each or something like that.
They're huge.
Like pies?
They're
the pie?
Yeah, they're like pot pies.
Oh man.
Oh man, you eat one of those things, you're gonna go into cardiac arrest.
They're like pot pie size. I swear to God.
That'd be like the perfect birthday cake for somebody that's into Reese's. You can get one of those, slice it up, put some candles in it. Yeah, you're good.
They have all this giant candy for Christmas. So they have these 2 pound. They're basically sheets of Rice Krispie treats. It's basically the biggest Rice Krispie treat you've ever seen in your life. It's like the size of a small cookie sheet. It's huge. 2 pound Rice Krispie treat. And then they have, of course, 2 pound Hershey, one without nuts and one with the nuts. They have all these like giant candies. It's insane.
Did they have a Kit Kat? Because I seen somebody with it was literally like a 2 foot by 3 foot Kit Kat, and it was just humongous.
I don't know that I've seen it.
Table. They had to put it on the side of a table and like hit it so the whole thing can fall off.
If I get a chance, I'll take a picture of the display. My problem is I never have my phone on me when I'm going in there, but if I get a chance and I remember next time I'm in there, I'll take a picture. Because it is insane to see these giant, and they're like this thick, man. Those peanut butter cups, they're like, at least the package is like
peanut butter pie. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's like now that you made me think about it in that tone, it's like a pot pie. It's like 2 pot pies, but they're Reese's. It is crazy. I look at those and the Rice Krispie treat every time I go in there. I'm like, oh my God. It's just I don't know. I don't even know.
Like you bring it home and you're like, what do I do with this?
I like to treat people to things, and so I was gonna buy. My mechanic recently has done some favors for me, so I was gonna buy him one, but I'm like, I'm not gonna walk out of here across the truck stop with this big old thing. You know what I'm saying? So, because I was gonna get the Rice Krispie treat for him, and then. Because I always usually do have some sort of candy for those guys or something, they do me a favor or something, and I'll bring us something. So yesterday is when he hit me up too. He was like, "Hey Joe, do you have anything today, man?" And he never asked me either. You normally I just go offer to him, And yesterday's the day I didn't, and that was the day that I actually had looked at him and was thinking about buying it, and I should have bought it, So. But yeah, it's a trip to see these huge. Well, maybe they have them. I could look them up, but. What beer are you having now, Tom?
Well, I'm doing the same. I'm babying it.
Oh, you're milking it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm milking it. Yeah, that's true.
That's all right.
The cow came out of you?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm refining that because I live close to all the dairies, so you can kind of I see the cows every single day, twice a day. You can hear them over there.
You get used to that smell, don't you?
No.
I went to Port and Azores, and there's just cows just walking in the streets. You'll wake up in the morning and someone will just have their cow in your backyard, or just it's you get used to that shit smell.
No,
It's weird, but you get used to it. It's just everywhere.
The one smell that's like that I can tell you I did get a little used to was when I worked for the slaughterhouse. I got used to those kill days.
Okay, yeah.
I got used to that because they call that the smell of money, and you're making money those days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I did get used to that, and that's a pretty brutal smell, but I did get used to that. But this here, man, is like. The cows where you see me drink the milk on here from time to time, or at least use that jug for a water bottle now. But those cows happen to be the closest to my house. And you can tell there's like 4 or 5 dairies all down that street. If you go all the way down, you'll run into all of them. And the smells coming from all of them are pretty tolerable till you get to the one where I get my milk from. He uses like, and you can tell the difference immediately. It is just so strong. It is so, and then
it's all raw, right?
Huh?
It's all raw milk. It's like, it's not pasteurized. It's raw, right?
No, I mean they process it. Yeah, they process it.
Probably raw. Because like when you go to like a Gorelick Farms or something like that, they pasteurize it. They flash pasteurize it in like heat, so it can kill like certain bacteria. If you pasteurize it, you're killing off the good bacteria, which you should be drinking. You're probably getting it raw. It's good for you. It's better for you.
Maybe that might be it.
Yeah. Although the only problem with raw milk, I have to remember,
it doesn't last as long.
Right? Doesn't last very long, and there's something if it's bad raw milk, you can get there's some like really nasty disease.
They process it, but they use old school equipment to process with. So it definitely don't affect me like the milk that comes in plastic jugs. I can't drink that milk. It'll tear me up. But there's
a reason why it does that, because when they pasteurize it, they kill off the good bacteria. They kill off the lactose. There's a bacteria that kills off the lactose. Now how like people are lactose intolerant?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
They drink pasteurized milk, and it kills off the amino acid that kills off the lactose. But if you drink raw milk, it'll actually kill off that lactose. So you're better off drinking raw milk if you're lactose intolerant.
Okay. All I know is I can drink their milk. I'm not familiar with all the process. I'm really not. But
I'm sorry, I was trying to.
No, you're fine, Tom. You're fine. I just don't know all their. All I know is I can drink it. You know what I'm saying? And it's flipping delicious. And that's what I have to focus on when I drive by, because I drive by there twice a day. So I have to focus on, now during the day when you drive by there, it's not as bad. It's at night, man. Oh my God. Yeah, you're just like, it is. It
must be when they clean things out.
Now I'm thinking it's just because like the sun's gone down and there's nothing to burn off all that, so it even gets foggy right there, dude. It is.
Slightly fermented.
You can. All I know is you can smell. So whatever he feeds them, or whatever they feed them there, is it's you can smell that, because when they're getting deliveries of their whatever they feed them, the smell is even more stronger. You know what I'm saying? Because you're getting that smell plus the cows, you know what I'm saying?
Do they feed their cows some of the spent grains from any local breweries?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't really know. When you go to the actual bottling plant, which is where I go to buy the milk, they have pallets of their fertilizer out there, and you can buy it super cheap. I mean, they sell it for next to nothing, and people are always buying their fertilizer because it's really, really good stuff. I mean, everybody that has like gardens and stuff like that talks about it. And then that one other ranch that grows vegetables, and they're down the street as well. They, vegetables and other forms of produce and stuff, and you can buy all your produce fresh there. They use a lot of their fertilizer as well. So it's, a little bit of a little Farmer Joe lesson there. So that's my phone is still not here.
Just call him up and be like, "Listen, man, I'm live. I want my phone. Where is it, man?"
I just have to keep it open, because as soon as if Joe gets his phone before he goes to work, he's going to do a live. He's going to go live and stream and unbox it.
Yeah, I'm just going to call him up and go, bleep, 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 bleep. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to be a pleasant conversation. When you start getting anxious for certain things like that, you wish that you can track the delivery, but I want to see them driving around. That's the kind of tracking I want, right? I want to see them driving around. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be horrible though for the driver, because people would just drive up to the truck and be like, "Where's my stuff, man?"
Exactly.
Because I'd imagine if you see him down the road, you drive up to him and be like, "Hey, I live here. Here's my license." He'd probably give it to you.
Yeah,
Right?
like
I mean,
what if like you seen him coming to your neighborhood and you think like, oh yeah, he's obviously coming my way because he's like literally down the street. And then the next thing you know, he goes the other way. Like Uber, you ever watched your Uber like just drive away from you? You're waiting for your Uber and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get that Uber because he's the closest to me. That sucker like takes off and you're like, whoa, that dude was literally down the street. I just saw him. You know what I'm saying? He went from like a minute away to like 15 minutes away. What the hell's up with that? You know what I'm saying? And the next thing you know, your Uber's late. That's the thing I can relate it to is waiting for an Uber because you're standing there and you're just watching the dude, like, bro. So you send him a message, bro, I seen you. You know what I'm saying?
You run away.
You just drove away from me, dude. What's wrong with you, man? You're going the other way, Anyway, so yeah, kind of like I thought. My phone won't. The minute I saw it was UPS, I knew it wouldn't make it for the show. If it was FedEx, it would have made it. And that's not any plug for FedEx. It's just that they in my, like Mark was saying, in his area, it's the opposite. FedEx delivers late.
Yeah, usually UPS gets here, typically like an hour or two before FedEx on a normal day. So
yeah, so it just depends on your area. My area, FedEx delivers. Typically would have delivered now. Them or there's this other one too that on
is it DHL?
DHL sometimes, and then I think there's one called On Time or something like that. There's this other small one, but they deliver super early as well, and I love it because that works for me. And a lot of people it doesn't work for because you deliver early and it's sitting out there all day because they're at work.
The one thing with DHL is they'll subcontract. Like they'll have it so they'll deliver it to a smaller company, and that smaller company would deliver it to your house. Like they'll allow like contractors to do it for them.
Maybe that's what's happened.
I know Amazon uses that service sometimes. It's called I don't know what it is. It's all the local companies, but yeah, they just kind of they contract with Amazon or whoever to.
Did you hear what
like
Amazon's
last
trying
mile
to do?
type stuff?
Did you hear what Amazon's trying to do? They're trying to make it so they can unlock your door and
put
your package.
Amazon Key, right? It's called Amazon.
Like a electronic key system from them for $100 or whatever. Then
they want to put cameras in your house and.
No, that's already a thing. It's already
really
you can buy it. Yeah, I believe it's called Amazon Key. Yeah, Amazon Key. Yeah, here it is. It's I'm the type of guy that's actually thinking about it. I mean, it's not going to be for everyone. Here it is. Here we could talk about it for a quick second.
I didn't realize it was a thing.
Amazon Key. They for $250. It's $250, and you get a choice of. Now you have to buy whatever they're offering. As you can see right here, it's $250. And you get your choice, and it's only for select cities, right? But they have their delivery people deliver it. As you can see, that's an Amazon employee right there. So that's an Amazon, and they literally put it just inside your door. But they send you have your choice of, I don't know, 3 or 4 different smart keys, smart locks for your front door there, and then your choice of cameras. And I think the monthly I think they offer a yearly service, so like you pay $70 a year, and it's like cheaper than any other video security service. But you can monitor your the delivery and make sure that it's going okay. What they also show as a perk to it, like they use an example of a girl that's kind of busy and she gets a last minute call that her folks are coming in town and her apartment's trashed, and so she calls for a maid service through Amazon and allows them to unlock the door all while she's at work, and then she's able to watch them cleaning her house And then she has some packages delivered, and all that happens right before her parents get there, and they don't have to see her messy apartment, and she has some nice gifts for them when they get there. But all those things kind of work for someone like me, but it's not for everybody. I can admit, I can see the creepy factor walking. Now, I can tell you one of the reasons why Amazon would do this, and they would do this because Walmart, they're in direct competition. I think we all know that by now, right? Whatever Walmart does, Amazon's going to do. Whatever Amazon does, Walmart's going to do. Walmart beat them to the punch. See, Walmart has a service like this where Walmart employee will actually bring the groceries into your house and stock them in your fridge.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and that's in select markets as well. So, Amazon was going to have to do something. They can't just let Walmart get a leg up on them at all. So, that's that battle that's happening. So, I don't know. That doesn't work for you, Tom? What do you think?
It just feels creepy because I feel like whenever there's always a percentage of something happening that shouldn't happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's always going to be an employee that always wants to push the button that he shouldn't. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That household, that something bad happens.
And what are your thoughts, Mark?
I'm fine with them dropping it on the porch.
I look at it,
and it's because I've got people that have like pets inside.
Yeah,
stuff. Like our cats. If somebody opens up the door, our old cats ran away from the door. When the door opens up now, our cats like dash towards it because they want to see who's coming in. And I could just see somebody's going to open up the door to deliver their package, and there goes Fido or Fluffy out the door and never to be seen again. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
They do recommend that people like that have pets, like possibly not do it, or lock your pets up in a part of the house where
that's the thing. That would be the only way I would do it. If I had like a section of the house, like a closed off section of the basement or something like that, I could see putting it there. But our house isn't configured that way, and so if the animals probably pretty much have run of the whole house. So
now you see, there's for years I had a maid, and the maid would come in the house and clean, and that's been a thing for generations already. You have different services that come in the house and do something, right? And that's been, they have their own key to your house.
Oh yeah. Well, we have a pet sitter that comes in when we're gone. I mean, she does this thing. She comes in and takes care of the animals.
Yeah. So it's it's just a matter of, it's kind of like the difference. Like, okay, when the fingerprint reader first came out on the phone, a lot of people were creeped out by that, because of the what do you call that, the biotech involved in that, and they're like, well, what happens to my fingerprint? Like, what are you going to be doing with that, and who's going to be having control of that, and who actually owns my fingerprint, and what's going on? And we quickly got over that creepiness factor because the functionality of it was just so amazing. It was really good, solid. And now that there's face detection on the new iPhone, for example, people are freaking out again. A different form of biotech. But we're really used to the fingerprint reader now, and now we got to get used to the face. And so I feel like the minute you mix tech into it, like, people get a little creeped out again, like kind of like some people did with bill payer. You had people that are used to writing checks and mailing a check to their water bill or to their electric bill. And hell, I think most everybody does it through electronic now. I don't know anybody that actually writes a physical check anymore. There are some dinosaurs out there, but I think most people do it that way. And this is that same sort of thing. Like, if you're like me and you've had a housekeeper in the past that had their own key and did, clean the house while you were gone, I personally don't see it as any different. But
no, just everybody's got their own level of how comfortable people are coming into the house, And
I'm single, so I'm not, what I'm saying? Like, I don't have, I don't know. It's just me, so I don't worry as much about that sort of thing, But especially with the camera there, where I can watch it, so the minute that they're there, because it's letting okay, the front door opened, You know what I'm saying? So you can actually just sit there on your phone watching them. You know what I'm saying? And it has a little speaker, so you could actually talk to them, like, "Yo, where you? What the? You know, you're kind of past the door, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I could see myself doing that. I can also see myself like possibly setting something up as well. Like if that did get a little too creepy, then I could see myself setting up like another gate before my door. I kind of am fortunate to have one of those like entryways into my front door, so I could kind of put a wrought iron gate out in the front there with the security and just kind of do it that way. And then if packages needed to be delivered, just give them that code. Or I thought of another solution might just be giving them your garage door code. You know, a lot of us have wireless keypads in the front of our garage anyway. So you just kind of, hey, there's the code of the garage, leave it in the garage. You know what I'm saying? That might work.
I think the one thing with the garage, though, if you have a car in there and they know your code, they could go into your garage at any point in time and put the code in and take your car.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean? Like there's always going to be a on, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess it would depend on your, like I said again, your situation, because some of those you can put a code just for someone like that and then set a timer for it, and so that the timer, you know, is only good for 3 hours, let's say, so they can make their delivery, and once that time is expired, you know. But there's always a risk, you know what I'm saying, and it's definitely not for everybody, because I had the same conversation with, we're in Amazon. Phoenix is an Amazon town. We already had 7 or 8 different Amazon warehouses here, and they literally built another one right next door to our terminal. So I'm like, how many more of these damn things they're going to put up here? You know what I'm saying? How many more farmers are they going to put out? Because that's what's happening. They're actually, all these farmers that had all this farmland, they're just buying them out and building these damn huge distribution centers. So you kind of feel bad, because that literally just a couple months ago, there was a guy growing corn there. So, you know, you're like, poor dude, man, you know, but, you know, I'm sure they made it worth its while, but, you know, at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, we still need corn. But in any case, we're out here. Hey, thanks for bringing that up, man, because I personally think it's kind of cool, and I think it'll be one of those things where, like, over time, you might know somebody that you'll know somebody that uses it, and they kind of like it and dig it, and they're used to it, and then you're like, well, maybe I'll give it a shot, you know. But they do offer, if you are interested in just the security camera angle of it, and you don't necessarily even want the delivery, they do offer just the camera, and you can buy just the camera and have that security system going, and it's one of the cheapest on the market. So something for you to consider. All right, guys, thanks for jumping in, man. I appreciate it. And we had Agnes in here too, the Nere's mom. Thanks, Mom. Mom, all the moms. Appreciate you.
Mom approved.
It's a mom-approved show, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, hey, John, thank you for jumping in. I really appreciate it, man, all the way from Ireland over there. And I don't know, do we have any more people from across the pond there? I think Hawkeye's is here. Hawkeye's 92. Is he from the UK or something? No. But in any case, we're out here, guys. Sorry, no iPhone, but you know.
Pay attention to Joe's live stream, because he might never know. He might just pop up on here.
Yeah, if I get that sucker,
the bat phone.
Yeah,
the Joe phone, Joe D phone.
The Joe D phone, exactly, man. So, thank you, man, for everybody's support. I really appreciate everyone for tuning in, man. We'll see you guys. Peace out.
Yeah, take care, guys.